And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show. We love to help you win in any marketplace, and we do that by bringing on 80 different categories of consumer advocate expert contributors on our show, and we do that. It's almost 10 years now on air, so we're real excited to have a great lineup for you today. We got attorney Frank Miranda coming on the program in the second half of the show, real estate law and also litigation attorney, and Sara Schneider on the front end, Eden Ads. We're going to talk about SEO, search engine optimization, paid ads versus SEO, some of the different ways of getting a market analysis as well, marketing analysis, that is. We're going to talk with her. She's the director of marketing with Eden Ads here in studio. And before we do, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Discovery Golf Cars, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Discovery Golf Cars. You can check them out online. And they hooked us up with the Keller Williams Red, beautiful golf cart. And I love to take the dogs out for a ride. They like to cruise around the neighborhoods, commercial or recreational use, and they have multiple Bay Area locations online at discoverygolfcars.com. Talk to Marty and Ethan. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show online at consumerqb.com. 2156 Masters Court in Dunedin, one of our hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team. Bring your golf cart to this location, 2156 Masters Court. You got 20 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. This is a beautiful condo, great opportunity, and you can walk to the pool. The pool is right around the corner from you, right across the parking lot. It's a highly sought-after community off St. Andrews Link Golf Club. So you're close to the golf course. You're close to the Honeymoon Island and the beaches, sugar sand beaches, dolphin-filled waters of beautiful Pinellas County, Florida. 2156 Masters Court in Dunedin. Great opportunity to buy real estate here in beautiful Tampa Bay. We got another hot listing here at 2817 Gulf City Road in Ruskin. One of my favorite listings right now. This is 23 acres on the Little Manatee River, direct access to the Gulf of Mexico, directly out into the Gulf. If you're a fisherman, outdoorsman, you can really enjoy this area. And just imagine if you're a builder developer and you build townhomes and apartments or apartments right on that lot, maybe some boat docks right on the Gulf of Mexico there, the Little Manatee River. 2817 Gulf City Road, Ruskin, one of our hot real estate development opportunities, waterfront development opportunity. You can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Sara Schneider, welcome back in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. My pleasure, and look forward to diving deep into marketing here with you today. So you're the director of marketing over at Eden Ads?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit more about what you do day to day there.
So basically there's multiple things that I do. I speak with prospective clients, help assist our delivery team in running marketing analysis for prospective clients. I help actually promote Eden Ads. So doing things like this, social media, PR, events, trade shows, anything to get the word out there about Eden Ads and what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, one of these phrases that you hear thrown around in real estate or really any business, marketing-wise, is content is king. Why is content so important?
Well, content is, like you said, is king, and it's something that I've been hearing, a lot, especially recently now that people are starting to realize how valuable it is. And content can be used for multiple purposes. It can be used for ads. It can be used for SEO for your website. It can be used for social media. And there's lots of various examples for content. So you can have a blog, you can have a podcast, you can have a press release, an article, content, just simple photo or a video. There's multiple ways, but it can be repurposed and used for all the various online platforms. We, for example, can do a video of a client talking about a certain topic within their business. We can transcribe the audio from that video, turn it into a blog, and then also post that video on YouTube once we've edited it and post it on the various social media platforms. So you can use content and repurpose it for many different things to promote whatever business or product or service that you're essentially doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea, because now you're being able to repurpose that content, utilize it in other ways. Yeah. And whether it's the verbal, the video, the written word. Yeah. Then you can translate that, and who knows, you can get it in other markets too, especially if you're maybe like in Miami, for example. You've got a Spanish market down there, maybe you translate it into Spanish.
Yeah, absolutely. So. You can put captions on it. If you do a YouTube video, you put captions on there, or even dub it. So there's lots of opportunities when it comes to content. But what we're seeing a lot, especially with businesses who are selling products, is that certain type of content, like just a video of a regular person like you and me who are purchasing the product, and we do an honest testimonial review, and then the company has the authorization to use that testimonial and then uses it as an ad. Right. It just connects with consumers like you and I much better than maybe like a high-end production, which is very useful for other sorts of businesses, and it comes in handy in other strategies. But just a regular testimonial with your iPhone is something that can be very, very valuable in marketing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I use those in my listing presentations. I'm at a closing table. I'll just pull out a phone real quick, and would you mind telling us a little bit about your experience? And yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Now it's perfect to have for your presentations, and you could upload that to YouTube and have it have it all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's super easy to. I mean, our iPhones are mini cameras now, so we can use them for anything.
Powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. And when you look at the videos too, and you can the placement, the ability to place them right from your smartphone, it's so different than it was when I first got in the real estate business 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, no, absolutely agreed. Now you have a lot more flexibility and freedom, and you don't need to have a whole high-end production to do it. Obviously, the further you put the name out there, the further you grow as a business. You obviously want to invest in an actual media production company that can do photo shoots and video production for you. But in between, just take your phone and do a little selfie and do a little video testimonial, or have one of your clients do a video testimonial. And I think it's really helpful, especially for businesses that are starting out.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Sara Schneider here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. She is the Director of Marketing at Eden Ads. So for any of your business needs, if you're looking for different marketing campaigns, we're going to talk about some of the different ways that some of the winners out there in this market right now. And if you're not marketing in 2023 and you're still marketing in 2003, you're going to have challenges in your business. You're going to wonder why the leads stop coming in. And so there's some small tweaks a lot of times that I've found over the years that just by tweaking a couple little things, you're able to see exponential growth in that regard. Sara, have you seen maybe you have like a scenario that's played out that you've seen happen with some of your clients, or maybe a recent success story, something along those lines?
Yeah, for sure. I actually, in the real estate market, we have a brokerage that was in a smaller town, but was going up against some, big brokerages. Some national players. Yep. And they wanted to do SEO. And obviously SEO going up against, some of these
search engine optimization.
Search engine optimization, yeah. Yep. Sorry about that. Yep. They wanted to show up locally, and we started doing an SEO strategy for them, and within 3 months we already got them to the top of the page. Nice. And they already started having leads come in, and it was honestly a great success because we were going up against some big players. So, it was a daunting task in the beginning, and it ended up working out amazingly. Yeah, I love that idea. I was just listening to, one of my podcasts I listened to, and it really, that kind of strategy is something that the small entrepreneur can actually win at if they're smart, right? Yeah. So instead of, going after the big name keyword, of course, Tampa real estate agent, you might look at, pick a community, Stone Ranch community, right? And then try to go around that, or even the street name, right? Yeah, you got it. Yeah. You're onto something.
Okay. We won't give all the tips out, but we'll tease them a little bit. Yeah.
If you ask around, SEO is a kept secret between agencies. There are definitely some secrets to the trade.
Right. Absolutely.
Sure. One tip that I will give out that I think anyone is well aware of is reviews. I mean, reviews are so important, and it takes 2 seconds to ask someone for a review. And you said it yourself. You ask, for a review when the client is happy, when, he's kind of going through that stage where he's, happy with the purchase, kind of, has that
honeymoon stage.
Yes, exactly. I was looking for the words for that. But that will blow up a business.
Yeah.
Google reviews, especially if you have a local presence, like a service or, a store or business locally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, going back to the phone, we really are blessed to have these things. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it when you're on vacation. You're like, stop ringing, But if you could forward that to your VA or, somebody in the office, that's great. Or maybe an agent that's on duty. But, the hesitance, what really gets me is the hesitancy of some people, and real estate agents, for example, right? So they're hesitant to talk to people, but yet they're in sales, right? I mean, and then simply pull out the smartphone, hit the button that says live, and just talk about yourself. Talk about the condo. Talk about the local ice cream shop or whatever restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And by doing that, consistently, you'll build up a crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am not right now. I just purchased my second investment property. I'm not on the market for a house, but I follow realtors because I just love looking at lives of houses.
Right.
Like I just want to see houses. I think
Right.
it's wonderful, and I'm not necessarily looking for one, but if I make a certain relationship or I like a realtor that is doing constantly content and is active, and has a good following, I'll reach out to them if I ever see a property that maybe catches my eye.
Yeah, absolutely. And I sometimes talk about that too, is the power of suggestion. It's just like, hey, you may not have planned on buying this certain thing, watch, a car, a house, or condo, but sometimes you happen to see it and you're like, wow, I've always thought about a condo waterfront in Dunedin or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah, you never know when you catch people.
Yeah.
Right in that moment, in that sweet spot, and they're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm willing to consider it.
That's right. They just got their tax refund or whatever the scenario is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're going to come back more with Sara Schneider on the other side of this break, Director of Marketing, Eden Ads. We're going to talk more about marketing, search engine optimization, email marketing, social media is a big one we haven't gotten to yet. I've got some tips also for realtors out there on that line. And also later in the show, Attorney Frank Miranda coming up. Feel-good story of the day, a crew of street veterinarians treat the pets of homeless populations. Feel-good story coming up as well. We'll be right back. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I've got a hot listing here, development opportunity at 9031 122nd Avenue in Tampa. This is at Fowler Avenue in I-75. We got 15 acres developed, land to develop at 9031 122nd Avenue, $3.9 million listing. Great visibility right off of I-75. I'm getting some pretty interesting calls on this land, too. I've got truck stops calls. I've got some residential developers. And I've also got folks that want to put in the pickleball, such a cool, new kind of a emerging sport. A lot of people are playing pickleball. They talked about putting a pickleball facility there, but great opportunity for land at 122nd Avenue in Tampa. One of our hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And let's look at another property here. We got 0 Southwind Drive. This is a vacant lot in Hudson. It's on the Gulf of Mexico. 0 Southwind Drive. Build your dream home on this vacant lot. It's a great opportunity. At the end of the street, you got room for a boat ramp or boat dock. You could put your dock at the end of the street and have direct bay access. This is a great opportunity to buy vacant land. Southwind Drive, Hudson, 0.16 acres, and your surrounding homes are $800,000-$900,000 homes. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
And yeah, I'm raising my glass to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, Sara Schneider in the house, Director of Marketing, Eden Ads, all types of different marketing conversation here today. I wanted to jump to Facebook. It's so popular. People are on it.
Yeah.
getting not outside of big tech and some of the stuff they're doing in the political realm, which I don't like. We'll stick to the business side here today. But, when you look at Facebook, it is such a powerful tool. And to be able to do Facebook Live, post your listings, things of that nature. One of the things, too, that you can do is, especially when I'm working, for example, expired listings. I work a lot of expired listing, canceled listings, people that tried to sell, couldn't sell. The 3 months or 6 months ran out with the realtor. Yeah. And then I look them up. On these leads, a lot of times they'll have an email address. Plug that email address into Facebook or Google, and you can find them online. So it's kind of there's a business, stalking somewhere. There's a line somewhere. I don't know. I tend to get right up on that line, I guess, that gray area. But anyways, and you look them up and you say, oh, wow, I see you're friends with Mary. Mary's a mutual friend. Mary, do you mind introducing me? Next thing you know, you got a warm introduction to an expired lead.
That's very true. That's a great technique. I really like that.
Yeah.
That's very smart. There's actually a lot of things you can do with Facebook. I mean, that platform offers a variety of different strategies that you can use. One of them, for example, I don't know if you've ever heard of the term lookalike audience.
Yes.
Basically, you have an email database of your clients, people that have purchased from you already, which is going to be, your just exactly target demographic, what you're looking for.
Like an avatar.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can actually, integrate that database into your Facebook ads and then basically match using the emails and phone number, the contact information of your database. You can create another audience that matches the same hobbies, interests. So let's say you sell wine as a business. Yeah. And, there's other hobbies that could probably relate to that. So you're actually matching groups of people who have similar hobbies to people, your clients that like wine. Yeah. And you are basically doing targeted ads to your exact target of a client. So that's just one of the many techniques, but it offers a lot of variety and a lot of, options to, do smart and strategic marketing.
I like that. I'm a blends guy too, by the way. Anybody listening out there want to send me a nice blend or something? I like the blend. So, speaking of wine, and reminds me of Gary Vee when you say that too.
Oh,
the story that he had, that how he kind of wrote his books and it got a lot of notoriety from that. But do you kind of follow some of his stuff? Do you listen to some of his
I've
content?
listened to some, not recently. Yeah. Guys is smart. Sometimes he gets a little on my nerves, to be completely honest.
I'm with you.
But he's super smart, and some of the things, he does drop some, pearls of wisdom, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's interesting. And especially somebody like that too, when you got on in the very beginning, and then you get all the media hype, and you happen to be in New York, the largest media market, and then there's a lot of the stuff. If you heard one, you heard a lot. The podcast, it's very similar to, similar advice in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
One of the things I see that hasn't caught on, that was kind of early predictions of catching on. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on voice? Alexa voice, Google voice. Like I'm just not seeing. I'm not feeling that so much.
Yeah, it hasn't been something that's hit the agencies very hard.
Right.
I'm not seeing it. We don't really do anything with that within our agency, and I'm not really hearing it either from our partner agencies and other agencies that we collaborate with.
Yeah.
It hasn't really caught on. I mean, there's probably other companies that are actually doing it, promoting it, but I'm not really hearing a lot on that either.
Yeah.
Maybe it will catch on, you never know.
See.
I mean, a lot of people doubted TikTok, and still people do doubt it a lot now. But
I just feel like the government's going to step in at some point. There's too much CCP involved in that one.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely a risky one, but I mean, if you can get in there, make some money and get out, why not?
Capture it while it's hot, right?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Exactly right. And we're talking with Sara Schneider here, Eden Ads, Director of Marketing. I want to get right to one of the other topics I wanted to talk on because, in yesterday's show, for example, I had our financial advisor on, and I said, look, even if you love your financial advisor, you got a great financial advisor, he's a family friend, you've known him for years, it never hurts to get a second opinion, right? Let's get a second look. Where is my money going? I work very hard for my money. I don't want to put it in a place where I'm going to lose money. So very similar with your marketing dollars, right? Your marketing dollars are going somewhere. Yeah. What are you getting out of those dollars? So that's where I wanted to ask you about a marketing analysis. How does that work, and can you do that for our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important that whenever you speak with an agency, you really understand what they're going to be doing for you. There's a lot of agencies out there that kind of offer one package fits all, for all businesses. But just as well as I do, that businesses are every shape, size. They're at different stages of growth. They've been around for years or they're just starting. So their needs and wants as a business are going to be completely different. We need to understand all of those things when we are speaking with a client for the first time. There's a lot of discovery that goes on. I need to, really get a good understanding of where they are, where they want to grow, what their goals are, and
Right.
how aggressive they want to be in growth, because that will help us determine what the strategy will be. Once I get kind of all that information, I actually do the next step, which is I take it to my team, and they actually sit down and do market research. They look at competitors. They look at, what others are doing. They look at, obviously keywords related to the business, what volume of traffic, how much is it. There's so many parameters. I could keep going on what to look at, but it's really key because then from there we can actually develop a strategy based off the research we did and based off of also what the client is looking for.
Right.
And that's when we're able to put together a proposal and a strategy for the client. So it's not a one fits all. It's
Right.
that client in that moment and what they need and what they're looking for.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. If you're thinking about that for your business, reach out to the hotline. We'd love to put you in touch with Sara and her team, 813-917-1894. You could even text the word marketing to 813-917-1894, brimes@kw.com. And, the other thing, too, by doing that second look, getting that marketing analysis is that you're seeing things in certain sectors. You're seeing things in real estate or, air conditioning businesses. Like you work with a lot of different businesses. So, from that perspective, you're going to be able to bring in kind of a point of view that the business owner might necessarily overlook.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, we work with a lot of different businesses, whether they're e-commerce businesses, whether they're home improvement businesses, whether they're restaurants, hospitality, even tech companies. We kind of have a large
15
variety.
seconds, back to you.
Keep going?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry.
But they're really, no problem. The really important thing is that you really understand what they do, and then you're able to offer, a strategy made for that business and help them grow as a business.
I love it. Get that marketing analysis, get that second opinion. Sara Schneider, Director of Marketing, Eden Ads. Good seeing you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right, taking a quick break. Coming back, we got attorney Frank Miranda in the house, real estate law, litigation attorney here. We're going to talk about some of the home builder sentiment and also condos and other single-family homes. We'll be right back. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.